Hey everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be doing a live Q&A regarding the Amazon Influencer Program and what I have been up to with it since I started in July and how you guys should get involved with it because it's the best opportunity out there right now. Real quick, I just want to go check the quality of the stream. So nobody's in here yet, so we're chilling for a second. Okay, it's looking gravy. It's looking real good. Okay, I think we're doing all right. Show comments on stage. Okay. All right, let's rock like that. That's tight. That's tight. Okay, hold up. Put a comment in the chat if you're in here. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Book? Shayna? 1 second, I'm just going to pin this comment here. Hopefully I can... okay, I guess that's why I got to go to YouTube. We'll figure it out. Bear with me 1 second, guys. 1 second. Un segundo. I think that's how you say it, right? We're live. There. Go to the video. What's up, Priscilla? Pin message. There we go. We pinned the message. Congratulations. And then let me... Damn, the description's incorrect. Oh well, fuck it. So, let's just get into it. So for the last July, August, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah, so almost 8 months now I've been selling on the Amazon Influencer Program. And in that time period, I've made over $50,000 of net profit paid out to my account. And I haven't invested a single dollar into the business. I haven't purchased a product, no money spent. All of the products are sent to you for free. Then you make videos on them. You put those on Amazon. You make money off of those videos when people watch them before they buy. And then you can sell the products that you get for free through the Creator Connections program on Facebook or eBay or wherever you want to sell them. And that is also quite lucrative, $1,000 to $3,000 a month, lucrative. So, and here's the craziest thing ever. All of that is true, and also true that I am over $6,000 net profit for my rolling 30-day total, and I grew this business to this size starting in July. In July, what other business can you do that with? It's insane. So I also have a pinned link in the chat. I will, after this live stream's over, I'll modify the description and fix it so it has this link. But this is the link to my school community where I teach people how to do the Amazon Influencer Program and also TikTok Shop affiliate. We have courses. We have a lower tier that's just like for monthly membership. And we do 4 live streams a month in that group. So if you're someone that wants to learn and you want to fast track, holler at that link right there. But I'm going to go ahead and dig into the comments here. O City Flip says, I never see anyone live on Facebook. Maybe I should go in there. Let's see. O City Flip say, I signed up for it and got approved, but never got any items. It sounds like maybe you didn't get approved to post for on-site. So getting approved for the influencer program is just the first step. After that, you need to publish 3 videos so that you can get approved for on-site commission, which is what we're really after. That's where the money is at. The money is in the on-site commissions, and it's really ridiculous. I can't even believe it's real, to be honest. Amazon lets us put videos on product pages for free. Product pages have traffic. At least if you're, putting a video on a good product, it has a lot of traffic. And when people go there to shop and then they happen to watch your video before they check out, you make a commission, and not just a little. You can make 10, 20, 30, 40% commission sometimes. It is ridiculous. And that is what you want to get into, on-site commission. Starbrad says, fuck the school membership bullshit. That's cool, man. I'm going to be here every Monday night doing live stream Q&A. This is the first one. So if you can't afford to pay for a course or guidance or a membership or a private community of people that are actually doing it and giving out good information, I'll be here for free to help you guys out. So every Monday at 6 to 6:30. I haven't really fully dialed it in yet. And eventually I'm going to have a phone call option where you guys can call in and talk to me live, and I'll answer those calls. I am seeing YouTube comments. I don't know why you think I'm not seeing the YouTube comments. You guys can see the comments, right? They're on the screen. Do you not see them? I'm pretty sure you guys see it. So Vamp Lord is asking, thoughts on using the prep center out of the gate if I don't have room for products? Terrible idea. Very terrible idea. Generally in business, why didn't somebody tell me my hat was like dusty? Generally in business, you don't ever want to do something like outsource something that you haven't done yourself. So if you're telling me you're just getting started and you already want to outsource something you have no experience doing and you haven't done, that is a big no-no. And it's not just for selling on Amazon. That's for your entire life and for any business model. You will most likely 90+% of the time not be successful at outsourcing something you do not understand. And if you haven't done it yourself, you clearly don't understand it. Capiche? No, that was the answer, though. It wasn't the wrong question. It was a good question because that would be a terrible mistake on your part to outsource something. The reason why it doesn't work is because if you haven't done it, how are you going to manage that task? How are you going to know it's being done properly? Do you know what I mean? You don't know. You're going to get taken to the cleaners. What's up, Susan? How are you? What's a box of games? What, you got a box of games? Send me a box of games. Hey, real quick, can you guys tell me if you can hear this? I'm testing my soundboard real quick. Hold up. Tell me if you can hear this.
Hi, this is Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice, and you're now listening to the Reezy Resell Show. And if you ain't flipping, you slipping.
Could you guys hear that? I just played it. I realized my headphones were also playing it as well, but I'm curious if you guys can hear like.
Hi, this is Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice, and you.
Let me know. Sick. Okay. Now, what about this one? Can you hear this? The rim shot. Oh, what up, Chris Cash? And what about this one? Did you guys hear the rim shot in the crickets? For some reason, it wasn't working for me, and I'm trying to get it working. Okay, now how about this one, the applause? What's up, ATL Flippers? Sick. I must have fixed it. I don't know what the problem was, but I couldn't. Previously on streams, people couldn't hear it. Yes. Okay, yeah, really loud. Is my voice quiet, by the way? Thank you for that, KWOV2DV. Is my voice quiet? Because I can turn it up. Don't make me turn up on you. Okay. Just what? Can I get one more confirmation on whether or not my voice is quiet? Because I will turn it up for you real quick. Hey, hi, hello. Hi, everyone. Is this louder? Is this louder? I just put it up really loud, so please let me know if it's too loud. It sounds good on my end. Okay, cool. We're chilling. We chilling like a villain, coming back to life like Krillin. Okay, so I want to go up a little bit. So Vamp Lord says, I understand what you're saying. Does that mean that Amazon FBA isn't for me until I have my own space for products? That is a good question, and yes, but you don't need to do something for a terribly long time to understand how it works and how to, make sure you're not making the most basic beginner mistakes. So I always tell my students, you should merchant fulfill a little bit, at least. Like, I don't care if you don't want to merchant fulfill at all. I just don't want you to go directly into FBA because it's a little bit complicated and there's a lot of charges associated with it. And there's just a bunch of little mistakes you could make. And it would be far better to make those mistakes in your first month merchant fulfilled with 10 or 20 packages while you still have the products on hand. You feel me? What happens if you send off a bunch of stuff you didn't realize you were restricted? Now you got to pay to have it sent back to you or destroyed, right? And when it comes back, it might be too damaged for you to return to the store. Not that I recommend that you buy and return to the store, but you feel me? If you had it on hand, that would be so much easier to fix, right? So it's baby steps, because merchant fulfilled still includes, having to find a good product, pricing it properly, listing it, shipping it to the customer. Now, when you want to upgrade from that to the next step, which is FBA, you're doing all the same thing, except for instead of listing it and shipping it to a customer when it sells, you're listing it and then creating an FBA shipment and shipping it to Amazon. So instead of having to learn the whole process plus FBA, you already did everything and you're just learning FBA. Does that make sense? So you don't have to wait a long time, but I really recommend you to do at least like 10 merchant fulfilled items before you go into FBA, because it will help you understand stuff. You really want to make those mistakes up front on your own time. Does it make sense? What's up, Casey? How are you, Casey? Nice to see you. Nice to see you in here. Casey Kellogg is a OG Reezy Ninja from back in the day, like 2016, 2017. Amazon seller, thrifter, private label seller, now doing the influencer program and other stuff. Do you have any questions, Casey? I would love to help you out with that. But just to let you guys know, if you're still thinking about looking into the Amazon influencer program or you haven't done it, it's real as fuck. I don't know how to tell you any more seriously, but it is the easiest way to make money that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like not just the internet. And it is by far the easiest way to make money on the internet. The only way you're going to make more money than this is like being a content creator maybe, but that takes a long time to blow up. And most people don't ever blow up. Like I've been doing it since 2016 and I never really blew up. Obviously I took too many breaks, like whatever. But all I'm saying is that my YouTube took a lot longer to get to 5,000 a month than the Amazon influencer program. You feel me? YouTube is far harder than the Amazon influencer program because it requires so much consistent effort over time. It requires creativity. You don't have to be creative with the Amazon influencer program. You literally just pick shit up and talk about it. This is a tape measure. It's 25 feet. I've had it for a few years. It's really durable. I like that it has rubber around the side. It has a nice locking feature, right? Like, it's very simple. It's not rocket science. How much time a week do you spend on the influencer program? So I should spend a lot more, but filming, I would say I spend 4 to 6 hours a week filming. And in that time, 4 to 6, maybe like 5 to 10 hours a week filming. My goal is to film 100 videos a week. I don't always hit it, and sometimes I go more than that. But I can film 50 videos in about 2.5 hours, maybe a little less if it's certain types of products like supplements that are very easy to film and don't require demonstration. But about somewhere between 5 to 10 hours a week of filming videos. And then I have a VA in the Philippines, the same one that edits my YouTube videos. These ones, hi Jed. She does those video editing, trimming, like anything I need to do. And also she does the uploading for me as well. So, and there's also a process where you have to request samples, and I'm sending out 100 messages a day. That would take anywhere from a half hour to an hour. And I outsource that to another VA in the Philippines as well. And so all I have to do is film 50 to 100 videos a week, try to get to 100, and receive packages, which is a lot. Sometimes I'm getting over 20 free packages a day, and I have to make a trip to the dump every week to get rid of the cardboard because it's just a massive amount of cardboard. And then I am doing Facebook Marketplace on the side as well. So I only do porch pickups. I don't meet people. I do no contact most of the time, so there's not a lot of time invested into that. But, I mean, I could be going a lot harder, seriously. Graveyard Machine says, I've been following you for years. I'm a casual seller, but I want to take the next steps. Okay, guys, this is the thing. If you're asking me about how to sell on Amazon right now, I don't think you should be selling on Amazon, because the much bigger opportunity is with the Amazon Influencer Program and with TikTok Shop Affiliate. Selling physical products is not only far harder than what we're doing on the Influencer Program, it requires capital. You have to buy products. You have to store products. You have to ship products. You got to deal with returns. Wouldn't you rather just get products for free and then make stupid little 90-second videos about them and then sell those products on Facebook or eBay or give them away as gifts or whatever? Like, seriously, I have a $900 massage chair. I have a $1,000 infrared sauna, right? I have an $800 electric motor, electric mountain bike, right? I've got a $400 kerosene garage heater, another $400 electric garage heater. There is so many things that I have gotten for free that are amazing products. I don't know. I can't ethically tell you guys to go sell on Amazon, because I know in my heart that is the worst opportunity right now. Do you understand? This is why I'm not pushing my Amazon course anymore, because I just can't ethically. I care for you guys and I want you to succeed, and I can't send you down that road. That's a good road to go down and it will always be there. But this is the better path right now for all of you, for anybody, especially those of you that haven't gotten started yet. We're going to have to call this show Reezy Rants, and I feel like I'm going to dehydrate myself every rant. Also got my teeth fixed, the front ones on the top. Didn't really talk about it yet, but yeah, that's a progress thing. Let's see. Vamp Lord says, I'm talking about purchasing straight from manufacturers or distributors to get ungated in profitable categories. Thanks for all the free info, Reese. Yeah, that's good. Direct from brands or distributors is the safest way to do it. Oh, maybe someday I'll stop sliding down in my chair. But yeah, just take it slow. When you're learning, you don't want to make crazy mistakes up front. Obviously, you know, the greater the risk, the greater the reward or whatever, as long as you know what you're doing. But when you're a beginner, please lean towards the side of caution, because I would rather you make a little less money and don't make a big mistake than make more money and make a big mistake, because there will always be more opportunities for you. You know what I mean? Like, for example, it would be better for you to buy a little bit of something and sell it all out really quick and then go back and there's no more for you to buy, right? Than it would be for you to buy a pallet of something and only sell a little bit of it and then not be able to sell everything else on the pallet, because then you're screwed. You see what I'm saying? It would be much better to just underestimate rather than overestimate on the riskiness. And as you make mistakes or successes and you learn, you will fine-tune your risk tolerance through the process. Because if you're an Amazon seller or whatever, there's so many situations where you're looking at data, we have great data, but you're kind of on the fence about it. And there's certain things that push you either way, and you just don't know. So you err on the side of caution, and then you see what happens. And let's say, you weren't aggressive enough. Next time you can be more aggressive. You know what I mean? If you were too aggressive, next time you can be less aggressive. But just understand that being aggressive up front, especially when you lack experience and knowledge, is more dangerous than being less aggressive. You can always get more aggressive. G McNutcracker loading videos now. That's what's up. Let's see. O City Flip said, nice. So if you do it on your own, probably closer to 15 hours a week. Yeah. It just depends how you're going to have it set up, but figure about 20 minutes a day to send out your message requests for products. If you're on the basic plan of Viral View, which is a necessity, you need Viral View to accomplish this. 20 minutes for that, 20 minutes for opening packages that you got a day. So let's say you're doing like 40 minutes of work a day every day almost, because you're receiving products once they start showing up regularly, and sending out your message requests 7 days a week, and then filming probably, 10 hours, 10, 12 hours of filming, and then editing. It just depends. If you are someone that can do one-take videos like me, you don't have to edit as much, right? It's pretty valuable. Like, for example, You know, like I'll make a video for this for you guys real quick. What is this stupid Allen wrench set? All right, guys, if you're like me, you never know where your Allen wrenches are. And when it comes time to put something together, usually like some IKEA furniture or whatever it is, and you can't find the little one that they gave you or whatever, it helps to have a whole set of Allen wrenches like this because you got all the sizes that you need and they come in this little plastic case. So as long as you put them back in the case, next time you need a specific one, you'll know exactly where it is because these things always end up loose in the drawer and everybody hates that. These are going to end up in the junk drawer. So get a nice set that comes with a case that keeps them organized and keep them out of the junk drawer. That's it. That's a video right there. I would upload that. I might clip this out of this video and put that on Amazon if that happens to be a product. But I think this is actually just a tool from my garage that I brought up here to set something up. City Flip says, that's what I always enjoyed about your content. Keep it honest. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. If I'm lying, I'm dying. It's for real. For real. Let's see. Amazon seller 9995 said, no more driving to every Home Depot in the country and buying up every outdoor heater. Hey, when those type of moments come around, those all hands on deck moments, I might actually just go out and do that too, right? So for example, in the last year, I didn't sell too much on Amazon, but during fourth quarter, money's basically falling out of the sky. And all you have to do is get to a retail store at a certain time and there's products you can pick up. And especially since I have private communities of people and group messages that I'm in with tons of sellers, like I know what's going on. My finger's on the pulse. So yes, I'll just pop in and get some stuff. You know what I mean? But as like my day-to-day way to make money, no way. I'm no longer interested in chasing down products, storing them in my house and selling them. And especially not in investing money into those products. It just doesn't make any sense. And to be honest, I'm barely on the tip of the iceberg. $6,000 a month profit after like 8 months. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 100,000 profit in my first year with this, but that still is nothing. There's people that are doing 30,000 a month with this program. And that's still nothing because there's people on TikTok Shop affiliate doing like 50,000 a month, 100,000 a month. And if you guys are not aware of this freaking gold rush that's going on, you need to get on it. Like I know we're all overwhelmed with AI and Claude this and Chat GPT this and blah, 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 blah. But lock the fuck in and spend a day figuring out the influencer program or TikTok Shop affiliate because I can promise you it is the best opportunity out there that anybody can do right now. It is such a good opportunity that within a few months after you've fully figured everything out and you're rolling and just, you know, working on compounding your numbers, you will be able to teach this to everybody that you know and care about and potentially change their life. Like how many of you watching this would it be a change for your life if you were making $6,000 a month recurring and growing within 8 months from now without investing a single dollar and with only putting 15 or 20 hours a week into the program? Is that worth it for you guys? Because for me, it's worth it, and well more than worth it. I feel like it's the best opportunity that's ever been out there ever. And that's just the money I'm getting off Amazon. I'm doing another $1,000 to $3,000 a month selling on Facebook. Plus, I get all kinds of cool free shit. Are you kidding me? It's not even real. G McNutcracker on Viral View Pro, loving it. Books and Beyond 2026, I might be there. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Your boy kind of fell off on YouTube. I got to build my numbers up, and usually I don't like go out somewhere if they're not paying me. But I do believe I'm going to go to Miami Sellers Conference. They're going to fly me out there and put me up in a hotel. I'm not speaking, but I want to go there just because of the networking. The networking is insane. I met the owners of Viral View at Miami Sellers Conference last year, and they're the ones that got me hyped up and told me that I need to get back into the influencer program because of the Creator Connections program where you get free products, which I didn't even know about. So had I not gone to Miami, I would not have met Trevin Peterson, Cade Peterson, and I wouldn't be sitting here right now telling you about the modern day gold rush. And to be honest, there's not enough content on YouTube about this. Motherfuckers are gatekeeping. I'm serious. I promise you there's a lot of gatekeeping going on. Go search Amazon Influencer Program. Go search Creator Connections. There is not enough content, and I'm going to solve that because this will change more people's lives than me telling people to sell used books in 2016 did. This will change more people's lives than me telling people to do Instacart and Uber during the pandemic did. I'm serious. I feel it in my soul. Vamp Lord says, would you really recommend the influencer program for somebody like me that doesn't have a space for FBM? I also can't drive. Can't drive? Great, because I made $50,000 in the last 8 months doing Amazon influencer program, and I didn't leave my house once. I didn't have to leave my house to do any of that. I didn't have to drive anywhere. Didn't have to buy any products. I'm serious, guys. It is so easy. It is ridiculous. And for those of you that have a spouse that can get involved, it's game over, because now you have a man and a woman to make videos, and you can do different product categories. Because, for example, I can do tools, right? And I'm not saying a woman can't do tools, but which one do you think converts more for the man that's looking to buy tools, right? Because most of the people shopping for tools are men, so they're going to resonate with men. You understand me? But if we're trying to do perfume or of eye skin cream, eye serum, you know what I mean? Or like baby products, like who wants to hear me talk about a breast milk pump? It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And the other crazy thing about this is that once you understand how it all works, you'll change your own purchasing behavior, because, like, for example, my wife might say, hey, we need a new tape measure. And I'll say, okay, I'll buy one. But I'm not going to buy the best tape measure on the market. I'm going to buy an equivalent, good quality tape measure, but one that has a good opportunity for me to rank my video on Amazon, which sometimes means I pay more for the tape measure than I should because I want to make a video about that specific product. Now, obviously, I would request it for free if I could, but sometimes you just can't get certain products. The brands won't send them. And so that's another good way you can get good products, is by modifying your own purchase behavior so that the products you do acquire are ones that have good opportunities. And if you're already an Amazon seller or a content creator, or both, even better, because this was made for you. Like someone like me, are you kidding me? I'm a content creator. I like being on camera, and I know about Amazon, and I like to sell stuff. It's perfect. It is so freaking perfect, because think about it. People who want to get into the influencer program but have no Amazon experience, they don't know what a sales rank is. They don't know what Keepa is. They don't know how to tell, the sales velocity or the 30-day revenue, not unless they have a tool that they pay for telling them. But if you know that shit, you're already in there. You feel me? See, that was another rant. Let me get back to the chat. Excuse me. I've applied twice, and Amazon still hasn't approved me. I have almost 4,000 of followers TikTok, and I post good videos with the product links, but I don't have many sales yet. So you're talking about your TikTok sales haven't panned out yet, but also you haven't got approved on Amazon yet. That's what you're saying, right? So usually, if you're not getting approved on Amazon from a TikTok, and the TikTok has a good amount of followers, it would mean that your engagement is low, or your posting frequency is low, or on the rare case, Amazon doesn't like your content. So I've had people that do, for example, Pew Pew style content. Amazon doesn't want to approve those. It gets flagged as dangerous. Same thing with my skateboarder homies. I had a homie that does graffiti, and he's basically famous for graffiti, but you know how that goes. You don't really know who he is. And so he uses that account, not getting approved. Now, the other thing is, you got to understand that Amazon doesn't actually know that that's your TikTok. You understand? And so if your TikTok doesn't have your face on it, that's another issue. And so I recommend posting reels or carousel foot, whatever. Show your face, like, to where they can see it without having to click into a post, because you are potentially going to get reviewed by a human. Again, if anyone has any questions regarding the Amazon influencer program, I would love to answer them for you guys. We've got 11 minutes left until I have to go pick up my daughter from band. And so this is what we're doing. We're kicking it. But I'm going to be back next week too. And I promise I will schedule it so you'll see it. I'll make a thumbnail and all that jazz, but it's going to be every Monday night, and I think it's going to be 6:30 to 7:30 every Monday night. I think so, because my daughter has band at 6 and it ends at 7:30, and it's right down the street, so we're good. Let me see down here. We got a couple more comments. Let me know, Shayna Skincare, and also for any of you, if you want to connect with me and speak to me like more than whenever I go live on YouTube or in the comments, please follow me on Instagram and send me a DM. I will reply. I reply to every single DM that I get on Instagram. I'm on Instagram every day, and I would love to connect with you guys over there because this is kind of like a one-way street. Like, I make videos. I can go live. On a live, we can talk. We can interact. But like after it's over, you know what I mean? You can't really get at me unless you comment, and yeah, I'll reply to that, but just hit me up on Instagram. Let's see. Got burned out on social media, so got to get back into it to do this. You do, but you kind of don't. And so, I mean, you got to figure it out, right? So, for example, I have someone in my school group, and they are older. They're like 65. They never use TikTok. They made a TikTok account for their dog, and within a Beagle account for their dog, and within, I think, 30 days, they grew it to over a couple thousand followers, and they had a couple posts get, over 1,000 views, and they get comments, and they reply to every comment, so that there's doubled comments, and you also comment hashtags on all your own posts. That way, every post has at least one comment, right? And if you get a comment, reply to it. So now there's 2 comments, and don't just say thanks for the comment. Try to reply in a way that's engaging and makes them answer a question. So reply to a comment with another question, because that increases the chances that you're going to get another comment. You feel me? And it's funny, once you know that on the internet, you'll see people doing that, and you'll be like, it makes you feel pointless to comment. I digress, but these are the things we have to do. 1 second, I got to answer this text from my wife. So the other thing is you can boost posts on TikTok. So I recommend trying to grow your account out, right? And so you'll make a new TikTok account. And with the Beagle example, right, you'll make a new TikTok account. You'll only follow other Beagle pages or other dog pages. You'll do what they do. So if you see someone make a certain type of video that you think you could make that video with your dog, do it. But keep it pretty much exactly the same, especially if you think you're not creative or funny and you don't have anything new to add. Use the same sound, put the same text on the screen, and just use your videos of your dog. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you are creative and you think you're funny or whatever, you can try and one-up it by like making the formula even better. But if it worked for someone else, it can work for you, right? So, and by only following dog accounts, you make it so that your For You page is like an education on what works on going viral on TikTok. You see what I'm saying? Now, try that, but if it doesn't work, you can start boosting your posts. The minimum boost on TikTok is $7 a day, and you can put that across all of your posts for that day, and you want to choose the goal more views, because views will lead to comments, right? You'll get views and you'll get engagement. After doing that for a week, $7 a day, apply again. If you don't get approved then, keep going, but apply every day, once a day, once every 24 hours. Honestly, some of this stuff's in my course, in my school group, so maybe I shouldn't be giving out that much sauce. I can't help it, though. Once I get going. So you need a following or already have videos out to get into the Amazon influencer scene. You need to grow an account to about 1,000 to 2,000. And I mean, you could get it in with like 500 if you have engagement, if you have a lot of comments and a lot of views. But just try. If you have an old account, try to get in, right? If your wife has an account, try to get in. Like your kid has an account you could use, try to get in. Just, if you really want to get in, it's not that hard. And of course, you can hit it a little gray and go and buy accounts in different places. But just be careful with that and make sure you season those accounts. If you don't know what seasoning a bought social media account is, not a BOT, a BOUGHT, a purchased social media account, Google it, right? Or Perplexity it, or whatever people do nowadays. Ask ChatGPT. But you need to do stuff to it to make it look real and not, you know what I mean? It's kind of like buying a business. You don't buy someone else's online business and then change the banking information the next day. That's going to be a red flag. Does having an Amazon affiliate account help you get accepted into the influencer program? No. It's a completely different program. So I now have 3 IDs for, and to be clear, the Amazon influencer program is a subset of the affiliate program. So I have an affiliate ID that I've had since 2016. Those are what I use for like my YouTube links that have been in the description forever, right? Like go buy a scanner. These are the printers I like, whatever. And then I have my on Amazon on-site commission ID. And then you get an off-site commission ID as well when you become an Amazon influencer. So not only am I doing the Amazon influencer program, I also made a new YouTube called Reezy Reviews. And if you want to see, go look it up, right? Like, but it's very low effort. All I'm doing is taking the videos off of Amazon that I made for Amazon and then putting those on YouTube with the goal of driving traffic to Amazon. And the product link for the video is down below, right? It's pretty simple. And it's not just Amazon.com. There's also UK. There's also Canada. There's also Australia, Japan, Italy. Obviously, those countries don't have English, so it would be probably not great to put your videos over there. But there is so much opportunity. Like, I promise you guys, everybody who is doing Amazon in a large capacity, especially people who are creating content about it, they're all doing the Amazon influencer program now. Everybody is. Everybody. And that's where they're making far more money off that than they are. Far more money off that than they are or were off of Amazon. Caitlin, how sweet. Thank you. I appreciate it. Looks like I got about 5 more minutes. If anybody has any more questions, let me know. And again, I will be back. I'll be back. I'll be back next Monday. So does this time slot work? I think it works good. I used to do, when was my show previously? Was it 6 to 7 or was it 5 to 6? I'm not sure. Maybe some of you guys have been around long enough to remember, but I think 6:30 to 7:30 is going to be the schedule. And then whatever. We're just going to call it season 3 of Reezy Resells Show, Reezy Talks. I don't know what we're going to call it. We'll figure it out as we go along together. How about that, right? Reezy Rants season 3. But my goal is to get as many of you onto the Amazon influencer program purely because I know it is the best opportunity for you guys. And I'll never forget how helping people start selling on Amazon with used books, which is like a low barrier to entry. So it hits a certain person that doesn't have money, which is, those are my people. You know what I mean? I'll never forget how that changed me and how that made me feel because I grew up in a selfish family. We didn't have much, so I never felt like giving to others was worth it because I didn't have anything. You know what I mean? But through helping others, I learned that giving is way better than receiving. I mean, you got to have enough for yourself first before you can get there. Like your cup has to be full before you can fill someone else's up. But I'll just share a story with you. One time I was at Disneyland with the fam. I went many times, actually. I never went as a kid, but I mean, we used to have an annual pass for like 6 years straight. And that was because of making money on the internet. But one time I was there, and this was like 2017, 2018. It's after I had interviewed Gary Vee. So my stuff was blowing up a little bit. And we are in Cars Land, and this husband and wife just goes, "Reezy? Oh my God, it's Reezy." And then like the wife just starts crying, and the husband, and I got some of this on video because I was vlogging. I didn't get the initial reaction, but afterwards I was like, "Hey, can I film you?" And like we filmed some stuff or whatever. It wasn't not as good as the real life, trust me. But I mean, people crying when they meet you because they appreciate what you did for them and how you changed their life. And so, just to cut it short, this woman, her husband was a truck driver. He hurt his back on the job, and he had worked for this company for over a decade, and they fucking canned him after he hurt his back on the job. And they have 3 kids and, you know, yada, yada, yada. She was a stay-at-home mom. He was bringing home all the bread. They didn't know what they were going to do. And they were literally like, you know, we went to YouTube and looked up how to make money and, you know, felt that Jesus guided us to you. And I'm not a religious person, not that I'm against any of that stuff or whatever. I support, you know, everyone's spiritual stuff. I believe I have spiritual beliefs for sure. Stuff that science cannot explain. And I don't know what to say to that, you know, like everything happens for a reason. And they found my video and they just started selling used books. And within like a couple months, they were making enough money to get by. And then, you know, he didn't have to get a job. And now they're both working on the business together and staying home with the kids. And like, to me, that made me feel like I have a purpose in life, right? Because I'm not here just to make money. You know what I mean? Like that seems like a really selfish thing. Is great. I'm not judging anybody for doing that, but I think there's a greater purpose for all of us here. And that moment is what made me really feel like this is my purpose, right? Like I grew up in a certain way where I didn't have a lot of options and I didn't have a lot of opportunity, and I was extremely neglected and I was super poor. But what that taught me was how to recognize opportunity, right? And how to take advantage of it and how not to give a fuck, because what do I got to lose? Do you know what I mean? And as I started learning stuff and getting older and having social groups of friends long before Reezy Resells or anything, I could never like put $5 in to the pool for beer or whatever. Like we shouldn't have been drinking. We were youngsters or whatever, but like I never had any money to contribute. But once I started learning how to hustle, I would contribute to the group in different ways. Like, hey, we got these buy one, get one free coupons for Big Macs. Let's go to McDonald's and just shoulder tap people with the coupon. And then that's how we're going to eat. And they're like, damn, Reezy, you're pretty smart. You know what I mean? So sharing knowledge was the only thing I could share. That was how I could bring value to the people that I cared about. And that's what I'm still doing, just on a much larger scale. So I truly want to see you guys succeed. There's so many people out there that just hate their job and just don't know what to do. And you know you could make money on the internet, but you don't exactly know how, and maybe you think it's not for you, but I'm telling you, this is for you. This is the greatest opportunity to make money that has ever existed on the internet, and it just started. It's only going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't wait until your next door neighbor's doing it for you to start doing this hustle, okay? If you want to fast track it, join my school group. There's a link in the description. If you don't want to pay for it, that's great. Just show up on Monday nights at 6:30 and I will give you game for free. I will answer all your questions. I don't care if you have 100 questions, I will answer them. And if you need help on a day-to-day, hit me up on Instagram and I will give you some knowledge. Your boy is not a gatekeeper, okay? I love you guys. Have a good night. I'll see you next week.